Hey guys, Matt with StillwaterGuitarLessons.com here today, I've got a new riff here for you. Also freshly shorn. The beard got a little too out of control, and so I figured I'd just go back to a look that doesn't look like I've been wandering around the wilderness for a while, eh? So today's is going to start with this variant of a C chord here. You can see I've got my middle finger here on the 3rd fret on the A string, okay? And then just like we're making a C chord, I'm going to put the 2nd finger here on the D string and the 2nd fret, all right? And instead of doing that whole C chord, C major chord like we usually do, we're going to go and fret the 3rd fret on the B string, okay? So it's going to sound like this. You want the strings in between to be open. And this is also a nice finger pick style riff that I got for you today, so I thought that'd be fun to do. All right, so let's just hear this first chord. Okay, that's what that is. All right, so next we're going to sort of slide it up here. Okay, we're going to slide it up one whole step. Okay, so up to the 5th fret. We're going to keep that same chord shape, and we're just going to move it up to where our middle finger here is on the 5th fret in D. Okay. Okay. Hopefully yours sounds better than what I just did. So you can see what I'm doing here with my fingers. I'm just I'm using my this isn't necessarily a great finger style technique, but it's the one that I've developed over the years just from sort of half-heartedly doing classical guitar, and then you know, just messing around to try to get my tone right. But so it's not necessarily a great style, so you don't necessarily have to emulate that. But we want to be sure that when we finger pick that we don't just really slap things with our fingernails. We want to be sure they're filed a little bit, you don't have, or at least trimmed back, because what you really want to do is get a little bit of the flesh on the end of your finger and a little bit of fingernail in it. You don't want it to be so sharp where it really slaps like that. All right, so once again, here's how we start. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to go do a bit where I use a little bit of a. I go up here to D. To E, and almost like I'm doing a D. E power chord. Okay, but I'm only doing this string here. Okay, on A, I'm in the 7th fret with my index finger. Then I'm going to put my ring finger over here on the 9th fret on the G string. Okay, and we're just going to hit these 2 strings. Okay. Okay, once again, that's slow. And then we're going to go to G major. Okay, and then we're going to go to C major after that. And if you want to make a G6, that's totally fine too. G6 is pretty similar to the chord that we were playing earlier where we started off that C that I showed you. And that just always adds kind of a nice bright rendition on that traditional G major chord. And I actually usually play that when I'm supposed to be playing just a straight up G major. Usually I'll just go ahead and make that whole thing to G6 because I just think it sounds a little brighter. Anyway, so that's basically it. And there's all kinds of things that you can do in between those licks, do little hammer-ons as you kind of get a little bit more advanced with your precision and your technique. But we want to be sure that in each point here we've got the right strings ringing out. So when we're doing that C chord that we're starting off with, we might be sure that you're not hitting that E string. That's not going to sound right. Okay, so just like this. And if you want to hit the high E, you can. I try to keep it focused on the interior strings, especially as I go up. I'll keep it on these interior strings, again, not hitting that low E or hitting that high E, okay? Okay, well, that's it. Hope you enjoy it. Have fun playing, and keep learning, and most of all, just keep playing. You know, you don't necessarily have to practice in order to get better at your instrument. Really just have to play, and honestly, that kind of counts as practice, I think. So anyway, thanks again, and I'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye.
you.